Hey, it's Kendall, and this week on 90 Second Church, we're talking about 5 ways to study the Bible. Way number 1, read it like a student. Makes sense, right? Psalm 119, verses 15 and 16 say this: I will study your commandments and reflect on your ways. I will delight in your decrees and not forget your word. I will study your commandments. There are 2 ways to read the Bible. First, you can read it devotionally. That's what we talked about last week. Read it slowly, read it every day, read it reflectively. But the second way is to read it like a student. When I was in college, I was a molecular biology major, and I'll tell you what, you know how I read those texts? Very carefully. I read with a pen. I read with a highlighter. I read with study books and resource books all surrounding me. I read it with a tutor. I did everything I could to figure out what the concepts meant and what the ideas were so I could get a firm grasp. And guess what? You can do the exact same thing with Scripture. So now over the next 4 days, we're going to give you some ways to study the Bible. In the meantime, here's a place for you to get started. Sometime this week, set aside maybe 20 minutes or so. Then go to BibleGateway.com. Look up 2 Timothy 3, verses 14 to 17. And you're going to see a little icon, looks like 2 sheets of paper next to each other, that's called Add Parallel. And that'll give you the ability to add some different translations. Read the same passage in at least 3 different translations, and then take note of the differences and kind of compare and contrast them. And then think, what am I learning here? What does this scripture really say? And as you do, you will gain a deeper understanding of Scripture. And the God who is for you and the God who is with you is also the God who will show you more of Himself through His Word. Try it. We'll talk to you soon.